Hi, I'm Dan Hamilton, Director of Product Performance for the Americas at PIC. We've been investing in several areas. The one that's the most interesting today is the digital innovation. So really using cameras to measure more phenotypes in pigs. So particularly the most interesting and newest one is the using a camera to select gilts at off tests. So as a gilt, or really a boar even, as it walks down the aisle, we can measure all the angles of all the joints and also measure the length of stride of that gilt. And we've used machine learning and algorithm to predict how long that gilt will be or stay in the herd. So using a camera and algorithms to assess the structural soundness of females, and really that's been a step or a breakthrough for us because it takes away the human bias of gilt selection and makes it much more objective practice. And through the data we've collected, we found this to be a much more accurate and precise method, and we've actually increased our heritability of structural soundness by 3 times compared to where we were at previously using trained individuals. So really excited about that, and we're currently using that at all of our elite farms or nucleus farms across the globe, and we plan to take that into our multiplication and customers' herds to select gilts going forward. And really we continue to collect data on that to train that selection on what true longevity or retention will be in the commercial sow herd. So as we collect more data, we should be able to select a gilt and give our customers a probability of her surviving through multiple parities in the commercial herd. So really excited about how well that technology is working, and also about the promise of what it'll bring to us in the future. So that's been really good. To continue on that, we also have some other digital innovations that we're working on, and one of those is behavior of the pig. So we actually have cameras that can track pigs in the pen and track all their movements 24 hours a day. So that camera is able to identify which individual pig it is. Then it also associates and calculates all of its movements in a day. So we know how far that pig is moving every day, how many steps it takes. We know how much time that pig spends eating or drinking. We know how much time it spends laying laterally or sternally. And then we can tie that back to the individual pig, and we can also tie it back to its family members as well. So by having that information on an individual animal basis associated with a pedigree, we're able to actually select for animals that have different behaviors. And the neat thing is to have those behaviors tied to the animal's performance. So not only do we have a higher performing animal, but we can have an animal that has the right types of behaviors, so we can minimize aggression, have pigs that behave better in pen situations. And that's important as we think about loose sow housing and open pen gestation and those kind of things, to have a sow that's easier to manage and certainly more calm in those pen settings. So those are two of the most recent things that we've been working on. Of course, you can think about cameras. There's a lot of other phenotypes that we'll continue to collect, develop new heritabilities and things that will be very useful for us to select for as we go down the road. So one thing that's led to is we have, like I said, the new EBV for structural soundness, 3 times greater heritability by using that camera selection method. So again, really excited. And I think those are a few of the things I wanted to share with you today. In conclusion, if people want to know more about this digital phenotyping that we're doing, I encourage them to go to PIC.com and look at our resources and understand that. Reach out to our account managers or our technical service team. We'd be happy to visit in more detail on this subject.